Okay, House of Payne fans, there's new information for characters in the upcoming season. I believe this should be season 13, but I don't know what BET would have it labeled as because what you had the ending with CJ, then Janine, then Curtis, and then yeah, this should be season 13. We got 4 episodes with information about new characters. I'm going to go over them. I did check them over before I started recording, and none of these characters have like major significance where it's like, oh, this is the family member of this character, so it warrants his own video. No. But we're going to start with season 13, episode 2, entitled Doing the Work. One character to talk about here, Mrs. Wellington. Female, open ethnicity, 50s to 60s, sophisticated, looking. She's angry, uppity, with an air of self-importance. She is a member of the HOA board and is upset to learn that Ella is using her home for Bible study meetings. She's particularly aggravated to learn that Glow, the president of the HOA, is in attendance and plans to see her impeached. I imagine this is one of those situations where a non-Christian is mad about someone using their home for religious nature, which, look, I don't know much about no HOA, but if I'm having a Bible study in my home and I'm not disturbing the peace at all, shut the hell up. Okay. Episode 5, House of Tough Decisions. Q Anthony, in his 60s, black male, good looking, slick. Q Anthony Fields is a successful businessman who has made millions through his many investments, and he has even published a book on how to make money, his number one motivator in life. He takes an interest in Curtis's barbecue company and wants to expand the brand, but most of his suggestions involve getting rid of Floyd's contributions. So this could be a either good or bad thing. I could see Q possibly seeing that Floyd is less easy to sway than Curtis. I feel like maybe he might try to swindle Curtis by kind of outing Floyd from the business. That way, if he makes an investment or something, he could try to take ownership of it, because we know how greedy Curtis is. But maybe Floyd's contributions just aren't good. That's a possibility as well, because in shows like this, sometimes they make the dumb decision of having a character choosing friendship over money. I'm sorry, but it's just one of those things where if Q Anthony has some great ideas and then Floyd gets bent out of shape because, let's say, his design for the company logo or something was turned down, get over it, dude. Just make the money. Y'all making barbecue. You're not changing lives. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. House of Tough Decisions does imply that Curtis may have to decide whether or not to let Q Anthony, possibly become the new business partner as opposed to Floyd. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's see here. Is this episode 8? Yeah, okay, episode 8. House of Probation. Mrs. Morgan, female in her 40s, white, pretty, and pulled together. She is the principal of the school in which both Christian and Calvin Jr. are enrolled. So it looks like Calvin Jr., I guess, comes back after he walked out on his dad in the finale. She's an earnest, sincere, worried woman. Now, Christian, he's doing fine. Calvin Jr. is rapidly becoming a disciplinary problem. In fact, he's on academic and disciplinary probation, so he still has that dang attitude. And Mrs. Morgan comes to the house to have a long, hard talk with Calvin and Laura. So again, Laura is back, in case you were wondering. Once a student is admitted to her very demanding, perhaps straight-laced school, she wants the best for that individual and really wants to avoid expulsion. Olivia, female, open ethnicity, 70s, a polite older woman who lives around the corner from Curtis and Ella. She shares a house with her adult daughter Charlotte and her grandchildren. Attracted by the promise of free barbecue, she drops by the Paynes with Charlotte to meet and greet Glow and decide for herself if Glow is as bad as she has been painted. Now, I'm guessing Olivia might meet Curtis beforehand. And, Curtis being Curtis probably said a lot of things about Glow that are unflattering. And Olivia might be buying into it, but she's going to come see for herself if she's as bad as Curtis said that she was. Charlotte, female, open ethnicity, 40s to 50s. She's the adult daughter of Olivia. She too lives around the corner from the Paynes and has done so for about 5 years. She accompanies her mother to the neighborhood barbecue, given in Glow's honor. That's surprising. Curtis is probably getting paid for this. But to Charlotte, it's less of a social occasion and more of an opportunity to feast on pulled pork. Then we have the final episode to talk about here. Season 13, episode 9, House of Second Chances. Caroline. Female, 60s to 70s black. An older woman, she is Jackson's grandmother, a strong woman of principles who tries to instill in her grandson those same values. Caring, polite, and well-spoken, she drives an Jackson is spelled with an X, and seeing it right next to the word anxious has me anxious, and I messed up the word. She drives an anxious Jackson to Jasmine's house. Oh yeah, that's right. Jasmine and Jackson have weird spelling of their names. Jasmine's house so that he can hand deliver the work that he has been doing for their group journalism project. Apologizing for the time he copied Jasmine's paper. I think I'm pretty sure this guy has shown up before. Because number one, Jackson would have had a character description here. Yeah, dang. Yeah, it's been a while since we saw that guy. Megan, female, 21 white. She is a college student, a smart young woman working with Jasmine on a journalism project. She has done a lot of research on her own, eager to share it with her group. And unlike Jasmine, she does not jump to conclusions when Jackson fails to show for their get-together. Nigel, male, 22, Middle Eastern, also a college student. He is collaborating with Jasmine, Jackson, and Megan on their project. He too has done a lot of research. He's worried when Jackson fails to show up for their meeting. He does concede that Jackson, in fact, has a very old car, and his story about it breaking down is probably true. So yeah, after the whole cheating thing from last season, Jasmine is not too keen on believing Jackson, for being late or that he did his due diligence for the project. But, maybe her teammates on the project give him a little more slack. So she probably comes around to show, oh, okay, you are doing things, the right way this time. Hence why the title is called House of Second Chances. So it looks like, hey, Jazzy's still in college. Because if I remember correctly, she decided she was going back once the new term started. And she would change her major to, I forgot. I know at one point she said it was wasn't she doing psychology, but then she changed it. I forgot to what exactly it was, but I know she wanted to do something to help women like Auntie Ella, basically women like her mom who have been forgotten about or shunned by society for their, addictions or sometimes things that were out of their control. So I forgot the exact major she said, but she said she was going back to school, and it's good to see. Now, as always, if there's any more information about the new season of House of Payne, feel free to send it my way. I'll go over it. I don't have a date yet, but I'm willing to, expect Family Fun Night might return either later this month or maybe in April. So, with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.